Hey, I'm starting another podcast, but the app I was using to do my Spotify podcast thing, I forget how to use it, and B, I was running out of the amount of time I could record before I had to start paying for it. So, YouTube it is, guys. Really, I hope you enjoy. Um, I just learned that I can share my camera. Like I'm recording on my laptop with Photo Booth, but it's using my phone's camera. This is like the coolest thing I've ever seen. Right now, I'm a little mesmerized. I don't even really know where to start. I mean, I haven't really talked to you guys in a minute, so I'm sure you're very behind on life. Okay, I live alone. So Blaze moved out on my birthday at 3 a.m. I mean, it was April 30th at 3 a.m. So we all went and dropped him off. We all, as in me, Max, and Tommy, and Max and Tommy are my neighbors. So Blaze left early. Dan and Josh, Max and Tommy all drove to California on Charlotte's birthday, the 7th. Char left on the 6th. This is all of May, by the way. And then I was alone. And at first it started out really, really great. I was loving my life, and the apartment was so clean. It still is. There's some clutter because I just had dinner. And I was watching a show. Of course, I'm going to have a snack. I haven't changed. Anyways, yeah, it's fine. I wasn't lonely because I have Cass and Grace who live 10 minutes away. They live in a house way further off campus. And you know what? Their house is really nice. It's really cute and homey. I really like their couch. They have a really nice green couch. But they had a yard, so I would be over there all the time once everyone here left. And Katie, my roommate for next year, she lives in Denver and had her apartment up until 3 days ago. So she's around too. But Cass just left to go back to California, visit her friends, celebrate Josh's birthday with him. Grace went home to Washington for the rest of the summer. So there go all my friends. But it's not that big video because Katie is literally 40 minutes away, which is nothing compared to that's the usual for my friends at back in New Hampshire. And yeah, so not the end of the world or anything. There are no boys. My new job, I got a new job. If you guys didn't know, I quit Mad Greens. That's a really long story, but to sum it up, my coworker who I spent Christmas with got promoted to be AGM. Go her. She worked there twice as long as everyone else. And then got a huge power trip and was really rude to me and was going to fire Grady, this boy that I was talking to that goes to school in Ole Miss, because I was technically his boss. It's a salad place. Get over yourself, truly. Get over yourself. You make salads. And I said, that's really unprofessional. And she said, or she was like, my relationship with him was really unprofessional and da-da-da-da-da, so they couldn't welcome him back. And I was like, that's so unprofessional, because if you're going to go based off that, in this scenario, I was his boss. So I'm kind of the one that should be taking the heat for that. No? It's kind of unprofessional for you to pick your friend over some dude. I mean, like, whatever. Anyways, so we got into a huge, like, screaming match because she was being so mean to me. Literally insulting me. It stopped being about the boy. It started being about me as a human. So it was the middle of a snowstorm, and it was me, her, and this other girl, Anissa, I worked with. And I could not be there anymore because Anissa was like, okay, let's stop talking about this. Let's change the subject. And Savannah could not drop it and just kept being so rude to me the rest of the night and was really targeting my intelligence, which, just to circle back here, took her 6 years to finish high school. She took a gap year from college, totally fine. Continued to work at Mad Greens, totally fine. Goes to college, drops out within a month so she can get her AGM promotion at Mad Greens. So I'm sorry, I'm just confused why my intelligence was the one on question, but okay. Still a little heated, if you can't tell, because I ended up quitting, obviously, because I was like, A, didn't like her, didn't want to work around her, see her ever again, to be honest, and B, I could get another job. I didn't really want Grady to come home, like come back from school and find out he doesn't have a job when I could get one instantly, so I quit. And they didn't give him his job when he got back. So I still don't want to work there. I regret nothing. So I quit and became a pizza delivery driver for like 2 months. Not even, I don't think. But yeah, I would have stayed if I was making more money, but I was like not even making enough money to cover gas, groceries, let's be real, alcohol, weed, my vape juice. Like, really, I'm not buying anything else other than that. And it's not like I'm buying it in excess either. I just started buying weed. Like, I'd never paid for it all year. It was just thankfully given to me. I don't know why. But I never ran out until, honestly, probably tomorrow. Anyways. So, like, my budget for spending over the course of a month is not that much. I do get coffees, but I limited that. Really restricted myself. Just to let you know how bad my going out for coffee addiction was. Let's talk about it. My coffee addiction. We're gonna segue. I would like to preface that this is, yes, I am addicted to caffeine. Sure, for sure, 100%. But also, I like to get out of the house. The only time I would get out of the house other than going to work would be to like go get a coffee, because I'm not tricking myself being like, oh, I'm gonna go to Target. I know I'm gonna walk out of there spending $50. I know it. So it was cheaper for me to get out of the house by going to go get coffee, because that's only like $8 instead of $50 at Target, or going to Marshall's and spending $30 there. So I would go get coffee, and then also I would need an excuse to get out of the house if I was angry with everyone or was sad or mad or anything. I don't know. If I didn't want to be around people, I would leave and go get a coffee. So I would get coffee. I also, before I went to work, which was 5 days a week I worked. And that really added up because I wake up in the morning and I get a coffee, and then I would get stressed out and not want to be around people, so I would get a coffee, and then right before I went to work, I would get a coffee. Almost every day. So my budget for coffee, or what I was spending on coffee for about a month, like in a month's range, was about $250. Since then, it has dropped. I don't know exactly what it is, but I only get coffee like once a week, maybe more. Like I left for work and I need a coffee and didn't make one. Like I'll go get myself a coffee. But yeah, that was an issue. That was like really nice to have the start of a routine, but River doesn't do that. River doesn't pee. He just doesn't bark at me. Like if he needs to go out or he's hungry, he doesn't bark. He just kind of sits there, waits for you to give it to him or let him out. So, speaking of that, I do need to take this dog out real soon. But, yeah, I don't know. So, I ended up quitting. I wasn't making enough money to pay for my rent or even my day-to-day. Like I couldn't even afford living happily, like with groceries, and sorry, I get it's not a necessity, but weed or alcohol and my vape. Like I couldn't pay for all those things. And it's not that expensive. Like weed's pretty cheap out here. I buy I don't even drink that much unless I have people that want to drink with me. And my vape is pretty cheap. I only pay like $25 every 3 weeks. Which yeah, I get it. It's an expense. It adds up. I am sorry, but I'm not ready to quit yet. I have been smoking more cigarettes than usual. But honestly, those are probably better than my vape, so let's not get that started in your minds. Let's not hate on Haley in our heads, okay? So, after all those expenses, not being able to pay for them with this stupid job, and the summer coming in and me needing to fully pay my rent, I needed to get a new job, so went to the Boulder Country Club, went in for an interview, hired me on the spot, put my 2 weeks in for Jets that day. And then the next week I was working 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., 3:30, no, yeah. I don't know, sometimes it would run into 4:30, and then Jets would start at 5 and be until 9. And that was about every single day for a week. That really took me out. But now I only work at the Boulder Country Club. And I haven't been working there that long technically. It's been 3 weeks of employment. But it's really only been 1 week of training. Then I went to Arizona, and then I've had 3-4 shifts since. Not even, because I got called off. So yeah. But I'm excited, and they really like me, and they already pushed me up to the bigger restaurants. So I'm kind of excited about that. I just really enjoy serving. Like, I really don't have a desire to do anything else with my life. And I felt that when I was serving at Trail Break. And then I went to school, and then I was like, wow, I really hate school. Then I got that easy job at Mad Greens that turned out to be hell. And I was like, damn, I kind of miss waitressing. I think I'll do that in the summer. Because I didn't know if I would be able to handle the workload of school and serving and like having a social life and not wanting to die. So I put off serving till the summer. Now I'm in it again, and I'm like, yeah, I could genuinely do this the rest of my life. I am good at it. And I don't try a lot of things. So I'm no longer good at a lot of things. And it feels really lovely to be good at something again and know it. And also, not to keep tooting my own horn, but when I got the job, I got it when like all my roommates were leaving, and I didn't realize that they thought as highly of me as they did, I guess. I mean, I came in and I was like so excited. I'm serving again, and I was like, oh my god, guys, like I got the job. No fucking way, I start next week. I'm so excited. And they were all really happy for me. They weren't that surprised that I got it. And then they were like, wow, in a month, you'll be like moving up the chain. Like, you'll be promoted. Like, you'll be running the place by the time you get, like, we're back. And that was just really nice to hear. And I enjoyed it, and I still think about it. And you know what? I am moving up the chain. I started at the pool, and I moved up before any of the other bitches at the pool did. So I just need to bask in me doing something right for a minute. I started fostering dogs. It started a while ago. Not a while ago, like a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago. Because everyone was like, I want a dog. And I was like, I could do a dog. I can't do a dog for the whole summer, though. Like, constantly, I have shit to do, places to be. So adopting a dog, all 5 of us also were living in 3 different places after the summer's up. Didn't work. So we were like, okay, let's foster a dog. And they had one real quick for me when I reached out and was like, hey, I'd love to foster. So I took it. Everyone wanted a dog. And of course, I think the only thing going through my head the past 2.5 months is, holy shit, I should have been nicer to Mom. I have been, like, just seeing so many things that Mom would yell at me for, like leaving a drink on the coffee table without a coaster and it leaves a ring, shutting off the lights, and of course getting a dog that the people who wanted it instantly never took care of it. Ding ding ding. Anyways, so we got this fucking dog, and also, of course, this dog, Dash, hates men. Hates them. So no one wanted to take care of it, and then got mad when I was at work and the dog peed in their room because they couldn't take it out. But they were the one who wanted the fucking dog. And then, of course, in that moment, it's no one's dog, it's my dog. Cool. So I had to clean up the piss, which is fine. But yeah, so I got another one. His name's River. Hates Molly, my bearded dragon, if you guys missed that. This dog's a lot like Lucy, but more aggressive towards other animals. So I have to keep River on a leash if I want to see him at all, because I don't sit in my room all day. That's fucking weird. I sit in the living room all day. So I have to keep River on a leash and then block. I'll show you later. Molly's cage is blocked off with boxes, and River will jump on top of the boxes and get on top of her cage and just bark for hours. Hours. It's ridiculous. But if there's no animal in sight, phenomenal dog. Super well trained, potty trained, doing phenomenal in every other aspect. Does well with other people too, so it's like whatever. And I'm probably gonna keep doing it. Like, yeah, this dog has really wreaked a lot of havoc in my life, but yeah, I enjoy him. It's also helping me like keep a schedule. Well, Dash was better at it, honestly. Dash would wake me up barking 7 a.m. on the dot. We'd go on a walk, and then I would be up for the day, and I really enjoyed that. And it helped me get a lot more done. And also because I instantly had to wake up and take him out, I didn't go on my phone for 2 hours after I woke up. Yeah, I get that's a problem. But I just have a hard time easing into the world, and being on my phone makes me happy. So I'm figuring it out though. I'm figuring out how to dial it back. I feel like I don't have much to share, and like not much is going on in my life, but then I see Finn just came to visit. Finn was doing the Pacific Coast Trail, and that's when you go into California, hike from Mexico to Canada. He stopped once he was hitting like the desert section. He didn't have any interest in going anymore. He already went 700 miles and was like, yeah, I got my fill. I'm good. Hitchhiked to Boulder. Came, lived in my apartment for a minute while I was in Arizona. Watched over Molly. And then he picked me up from the airport, and I was like filling him in on my life, and he's like, wow, every time I see you, there's like 5 new fucking things you need to tell me. And like, yeah, I love Finn, he's like awesome, but I don't keep in touch with him all the time. Like when something big happens, I don't go text him and I'm like, oh my god, like this and this. So it's like a lot to catch up on, I feel like. But then I also do get that from some other people. So then I was like, wow, maybe my life is kind of interesting. I don't know where I was going with that. I don't really have anything that exciting to tell you guys. I don't know. Because like I was saying earlier, like I have friends here, Cass, Grace, and Grace's boyfriend, I didn't mention, Logan, Katie, and give me some more time at work, I'll be hanging out with my friends that I made at work. We just haven't crossed the line of like coworker friends to like real outside of work friends. So I'm gonna work on that, but Cass is home for a while. Like, Josh's birthday is on the 6th, today's the 3rd. And she's staying like a week after that. And then she has some modeling job. She has another trip home in July, and then she might be going to Europe with her boyfriend in July. I don't know. I don't know. But either way, so Cass isn't around as much. Grace went home for the summer, and Katie has officially moved back to Denver to her parents' house. So my immediate realm of people had shrunken from 15 to about 5, and now like 1, which is Durga, my neighbor, who's awesome. I love him. He's fun to hang around, but he works, I work, we get home, we're tired. Except he's been going on a run. Every morning up Chautauqua, so he claims. I don't think he does. But, I don't know, maybe he is. Either way, I just feel like I don't have much to talk about. So, welcome to the first episode. I don't know how long I'm going to keep this going for, but it's kind of fun to do. It's like another hobby. I picked up, I just said bye, but here's a PS. I drunkenly ordered off eBay a digital camera. It's phenomenal. Genuinely. I bet on eBay I don't really remember doing it. I woke up with like email confirmations and $100 less in my bank account. So I was like, cool. But it's the best purchase I've ever made. And if anyone is stalking my Instagram, not my Finsta, I really haven't been using that. Pretty much every photo that I've posted in the past month and a half on my story, on my reel feed, whatever, is all from this fucking camera, and I adore it. It's so fun. And I feel like much less of a loser. Like if I'm having fun with my friends and I like whip out my phone and take a picture, I just feel like a nuisance who's like this girl who's always on her phone. And it's like, I don't like the vibe that comes with that. Whipping out the digital camera and I'm like, everyone smile. It's like, oh my god, this girl's so wholesome. Like, it's giving wholesome, not annoying. So that's been my hobby consistently, but that's like, I only use my camera when I'm hanging out with my friends. So this is going to be my new alone time hobby while double tasking as updating all of you. Triple tasking as also I get to look back on these in like, I don't know, 5 years, 10 years, I don't know. But I get to look back on them and be like, oh my god, this was my life. This is what I was up to in college. Video diary, that's what this is. This is a video diary. But you guys get to be a part of it. You get to watch. Yeah, okay. Anyways, good night. Talk to you later.